They never thought you would figure it out. That's what scares them the most. Not your words, not your success, not even your power. It's your awareness. The moment you started seeing through the lies, through the fake love, through the hidden jealousy behind forced smiles, everything changed. And deep down they know it. They feel it every time you walk into a room. They feel it every time you stay silent instead of reacting. Because the chosen one who finally wakes up becomes impossible to control. And this message today, this is not random. If you found this video at this exact moment in your life, it's because your spirit was meant to hear it. Something bigger has been trying to reach you, trying to warn you, trying to prepare you for what's coming next. Because the truth is, your life was never ordinary. From the beginning you felt different. Even as a child you could sense things other people ignored. You noticed energy. You felt emotions deeply. You could walk into a room and instantly know when something felt off. People called you too sensitive, but they never realized your sensitivity was actually your gift. You were picking up frequencies they couldn't understand, and that gift became dangerous to people living in darkness. You started noticing strange patterns. Every time you got close to success, someone betrayed you. Every time you found peace, chaos suddenly appeared. Every time you trusted someone fully, they revealed a hidden side that shocked you, and for years you blamed yourself. You thought maybe you were the problem. Maybe you cared too much. Maybe you expected too much from people. But no, the real reason was far deeper than that. Your light exposes what people try to hide. Your presence forces masks to fall off. And people who benefit from deception cannot stand being around someone who naturally sees the truth. That's why certain people randomly turned against you. That's why some friendships suddenly became cold. That's why some family members misunderstood you, no matter how pure your intentions were. It wasn't because you failed. It was because your spirit started evolving beyond the level where they could manipulate you. And here's where it gets even deeper. The moment you began healing, they became nervous. The moment you stopped chasing validation, they panicked. Because wounded people are easier to control, broken people are easier to distract, but a chosen one who learns their worth becomes unstoppable. That's why your awakening came with isolation. Suddenly you lost connections. Suddenly people disappeared. Suddenly conversations felt empty. You started spending more time alone, not because you were abandoned, but because your soul was being separated from environments that could no longer carry your destiny. Read that again in your spirit. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. And I need you to really listen to this next part, because this could change everything for you. The attacks you experienced were never proof that you were weak. They were confirmation that your future carries power. Nobody attacks someone who has nothing inside them. Nobody envies someone with no purpose. The resistance around your life is evidence that your breakthrough is real. Think about it. Why did people become uncomfortable the moment you started improving yourself? Why did they mock your dreams before you even succeeded? Why did they secretly celebrate your failures? Because your spirit reminds them of everything they abandoned within themselves. Your discipline exposes their excuses. Your peace exposes their chaos. Your growth exposes their stagnation. And instead of evolving, many chose to attack what they didn't understand. But here's the part they never expected. You survived all of it. Every betrayal, every sleepless night, every tear you cried in silence. Every moment you thought life was breaking you, you survived. And not only did you survive, you transformed. There's a different energy around you now. You don't beg anymore. You don't force connections anymore. You don't chase people anymore. You started protecting your energy because deep down you finally realized your presence is valuable. And trust me, they notice that shift immediately. People can sense when a chosen one stops doubting themselves. The energy changes, the aura changes, even your silence becomes intimidating. If this message is hitting your spirit right now, take a second and comment "I finally see it" below. I want to know who's truly awakening during this season of their life. And if you've ever felt like you were different for a reason, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because what's happening to you right now is bigger than coincidence. You have to understand, your life is entering a divine transition period. Things that once made sense are falling apart because they are no longer aligned with who you're becoming. That job that drains your soul, those relationships that feel heavy, those people who only call when they need something, your spirit is rejecting it now. And yes, it feels lonely at times. Awakening always feels lonely before it feels empowering, because before God elevates a chosen one publicly, He isolates them privately. He removes distractions, He breaks attachments, He exposes hidden enemies, not to destroy you, but to sharpen your discernment. And some of you watching this already know exactly who I'm talking about. There's someone around you pretending to support you while secretly hoping you fail. You felt it. Your intuition warned you multiple times. But because your heart is pure, you kept giving chances. Chosen ones often struggle with this because they see the good in people, even when people hide darkness inside themselves. But hear me clearly, your kindness was never weakness, your forgiveness was never stupidity. It was proof that your soul operates from love. The problem is, not everybody deserves unlimited access to your energy. The scary part for them is that you're finally realizing that now. You're finally seeing through manipulation. You're finally understanding why certain cycles kept repeating. And once a chosen one becomes conscious of the spiritual warfare around them, the game changes completely. Because awareness breaks control. Awareness destroys illusion. Awareness unlocks power. That's why lately you've been feeling pulled towards solitude, wisdom, and inner peace. Your spirit is recalibrating. You're no longer attracted to shallow conversations and fake connections because your soul remembers something greater is waiting for you. And don't ignore the signs happening around your life lately. The synchronicities, the dreams, the sudden endings, the random moments of clarity. None of it is accidental. Divine timing is moving pieces behind the scenes that you cannot fully see yet. What feels like delay is often protection. What feels like rejection is often redirection, and what feels like isolation is often preparation for abundance. Because where you are headed, not everybody can come with you. That's why your enemies are afraid now. They sense your breakthrough approaching before you even fully see it yourself. They can feel your energy shifting into another level. The same people who underestimated you are secretly watching you now, quietly observing, wondering how you kept rising after everything you went through. They expected your pain to destroy you. Instead, it awakened you. They expected betrayal to harden your heart. Instead, it strengthened your spirit. They expected isolation to break your confidence. Instead, it connected you deeper to your purpose. And let me tell you something powerful. Your comeback is going to be deeply spiritual, not forced, not fake, not temporary, real, permanent. The kind of transformation people can feel without you saying a single word. One day, the same people who doubted you will look at your life and wonder how everything changed so fast. But what they won't understand is that your breakthrough didn't happen overnight. It was built in darkness, built through tears, built through rejection, built through all the moments nobody saw you fighting silent battles alone. Stay with me, because what I'm about to say next might explain your entire life. There are certain souls sent into this world to break generational cycles. And if your path has been unusually painful, it may be because you were chosen to carry a different assignment. You were never meant to stay asleep like everybody else. You were meant to awaken first, to heal first, to rise first. And that responsibility comes with warfare most people will never understand. Because when a person is chosen to break cycles, the pressure on their life becomes intense. The attacks become personal. The betrayals become deeper. And sometimes it feels unfair because all you ever tried to do was love people genuinely. But the spiritual truth is this: darkness reacts violently when light begins to rise. And your entire life has been proof that there is something extraordinary attached to your destiny. You were never crazy for feeling out of place. You were never imagining the tension around your energy. You were sensing resistance from people who unconsciously recognized your potential before you did. That's why some individuals disliked you instantly without reason. Your spirit disturbed what they tried to keep hidden within themselves. There were moments you almost gave up. Moments you questioned everything, nights where you stared at the ceiling asking why life kept testing you harder than everyone around you. And the painful part was watching people misunderstand your heart while you silently carried battles nobody knew about. But now, looking back, you're beginning to realize every painful chapter was shaping a stronger version of you. Every disappointment taught you discernment. Every betrayal taught you boundaries. Every lonely season forced you to discover your own strength. You had to lose certain people because your destiny could not survive, attached to the wrong energy. And lately, haven't you noticed something changing inside you? You're not reacting the same anymore. Things that once triggered you now feel small. You've started protecting your peace in ways you never did before. You no longer feel desperate to prove yourself. That constant need for validation is disappearing because your spirit is finally understanding its own value. This is the transformation stage most people fear. Because when a chosen one stops seeking approval, they become impossible to manipulate emotionally, and that shift terrifies hidden enemies. They were comfortable when you doubted yourself. They were comfortable when you kept shrinking your light to make others comfortable. But now there's something different in your eyes. A calm confidence, a quiet power, a deeper awareness. You don't have to announce your growth anymore because your energy speaks before you do, and people can feel it. Even strangers notice it. Some are drawn to you instantly, while others become uncomfortable around you without understanding why. That's because awakened energy exposes truth automatically. Your presence forces people to confront who they really are. And here's the part nobody tells you about spiritual elevation. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the stranger life starts feeling. Doors close unexpectedly. Certain people disappear overnight. Delays happen that make no sense in the moment, but later, everything reveals its purpose. You begin realizing those closed doors saved you from disaster. Those delayed opportunities protected your future. Those endings created space for something aligned with your true path. Divine timing never operates according to human emotion. It operates according to purpose. That's why your life could never unfold like everybody else's. Your path required isolation because isolation sharpened your connection with your intuition. Your path required heartbreak because heartbreak awakened your inner wisdom. Your path required betrayal because betrayal revealed who truly belonged in your life. Nothing was wasted. Even the pain carried purpose, especially the pain. And some of you are entering a season where everything is about to accelerate. You can feel it deep inside yourself. That strange mixture of nervousness and excitement. The feeling that something major is approaching, even if you can't explain it logically. That's because your spirit senses what your eyes cannot see yet. Opportunities are moving toward you. Alignment is happening behind the scenes. The abundance you prayed for is closer than you realize. But first, the final layers of fear, doubt, and attachment have to fall away, because the next version of you cannot carry old energy into a new season. Read that slowly. The next version of you cannot carry old energy into a new season. Some people were only meant to walk with you temporarily. Some environments were only classrooms, not permanent homes. And the faster you stop grieving expired connections, the faster your soul will rise into what was always meant for you. The powerful thing is, your enemies can sense this shift before it fully manifests physically. They can feel your detachment. They can feel your peace becoming untouchable. And that unsettles them because they no longer know how to access you emotionally. Your silence became stronger than their manipulation. Your absence became louder than your presence ever was. And now they're forced to watch you evolve without being able to stop it. You spent too many years dimming your spirit for people who were committed to misunderstanding you. Too many years apologizing for your sensitivity, your dreams, your depth, your vision. But everything is changing now. The universe is pulling you toward people who recognize your value naturally, instead of forcing you to beg for basic respect. You are entering spaces where your energy will be appreciated instead of tolerated. And when that shift fully happens, your entire reality will transform. The old version of you would have chased closure. The new version of you chooses peace. The old version of you would have explained yourself endlessly. The new version understands that not everybody deserves access to your truth. The old version of you feared being alone. The new version fears being surrounded by fake energy more than solitude itself. That evolution right there, that is the real breakthrough, and the reason this season feels so emotionally intense is because your soul is standing between two identities. One version of you is dying, while another version is being born. That process is never comfortable. It feels confusing sometimes, emotional sometimes, heavy sometimes. But this is what transformation actually looks like, not perfection, not instant happiness. Real transformation looks like losing interest in things that once controlled you. It looks like outgrowing environments that once defined you. It looks like finally seeing through illusions you once believed were permanent. And somewhere deep down, you already know this chapter of your life is ending. You can feel it in your spirit. The struggle season is breaking. The confusion season is ending. The delay season is ending. Something bigger is approaching you now, something aligned, something destined, and all the pain you survived is about to make sense in a way you never expected, because the truth is, your story was never meant to end in survival. It was always meant to evolve into power. All those years where you felt overlooked, ignored, underestimated, they were building something inside you that could not have been created any other way. Strength born from struggle carries a different energy. Wisdom born from pain speaks differently. And the reason your spirit feels so heavy lately is because you are standing at the edge of a complete life shift. One part of you knows you can never go back to who you used to be. Another part of you is still trying to process how much you've already outgrown. That's why familiar places suddenly feel strange. Conversations feel forced. Certain people feel draining. Your soul is no longer compatible with environments that require you to betray yourself for acceptance. You tried that already. You tried shrinking your voice. You tried ignoring your intuition. You tried carrying relationships that only survived when you abandoned your own peace. But now your spirit refuses to settle for survival when it was created for alignment. And what scares them the most is that you no longer need their approval to keep moving forward. There was a time when rejection shattered you, a time when betrayal almost convinced you to give up on yourself completely. But now you see things differently. You realize rejection redirected you toward better paths. You realize betrayal revealed hidden truths. You realize delays protected blessings that arrived too early would have destroyed you. That level of awareness changes everything. The people who underestimated you were only looking at your current circumstances. They couldn't see what was developing inside your spirit. They mistook your silence for weakness, your kindness for vulnerability, your patience for passivity. But what they fail to understand is that chosen ones often appear ordinary right before their elevation season begins. There's always a quiet period before the breakthrough, a hidden preparation phase before destiny fully reveals itself. And you've been in that hidden phase for a long time. That's why life felt so confusing. You could feel greatness inside you while your external reality seemed delayed. You knew you were meant for more, but nothing around you reflected it yet. That tension created frustration, doubt, isolation. But now the pieces are starting to connect. The spiritual lessons are becoming clearer. You're beginning to understand why certain things had to fall apart before your new life could begin, because some blessings only arrive after your spirit becomes strong enough to carry them. Imagine if you had received everything you wanted years ago, while still surrounded by the wrong people, while still lacking boundaries, while still craving validation from people who secretly envied you. It would have destroyed you emotionally, so instead, life slowed you down. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every delay was building discernment. Every setback was strengthening your spirit. Every lonely season was teaching you how to hear your inner voice without distraction. And now you're entering the reward stage. Not just material success, not just money or recognition. Something deeper: soul alignment, peace, purpose, freedom, the kind of abundance that changes your energy permanently. You're about to experience connections that feel genuine instead of transactional. Opportunities that arrive naturally instead of forced. Doors opening without manipulation, because what belongs to you spiritually will never require you to betray your soul to receive it. That's why your intuition has become louder recently. You notice things faster now. You sense deception quicker. You pick up on hidden motives immediately. Your discernment sharpened through pain. And while some people became bitter from betrayal, you became wiser. That's the difference. Your suffering refined you instead of destroying you. Still, there are moments when the old wounds try to speak again. Moments when fear whispers that things will never change. Moments when exhaustion makes you question whether the breakthrough is truly coming. But listen carefully. The fact that you survived everything that was designed to break you is already proof that your life is protected by something greater. Most people would have collapsed under the pressure you carried. Most people would have become cold, hateful, and disconnected. Yet somehow, after everything, your heart still carries light. That's rare. And rare energy attracts both blessings and attacks. Never forget that. Some people entered your life only to study your spirit because your resilience confused them. They watched you lose everything and still rise again. They watched people betray you and somehow you still kept loving deeply. They watched life isolate you, and instead of becoming weaker, you became more connected to yourself. That kind of transformation unsettles people who expected your downfall, especially now, because your energy is no longer wounded in the same way. You started healing silently. You started detaching emotionally from chaos. You no longer chase explanations from people committed to misunderstanding you. You no longer force connections that drain your spirit. And the moment a chosen one emotionally detaches from toxicity, their real power activates. That's why things are shifting so rapidly around you now. Some relationships are ending suddenly because your vibration no longer matches those dynamics. Some opportunities are appearing unexpectedly because your spirit finally aligned with them. Some people are returning from your past because they sense your elevation happening and want access to your energy again. Be careful with that. Not everyone who returns deserves re-entry into your life. Some people miss your energy, not your well-being. Some people miss the benefits of your presence while still lacking the maturity to value your heart properly. Your discernment matters now more than ever, because where you're headed next requires emotional discipline. The next level of your life cannot be built on old habits, old wounds, and old attachments. You're being called higher spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and financially. And every challenge happening right now is testing whether you're ready to fully step into that version of yourself. This is why your solitude became sacred. In silence, you rediscovered your intuition. In isolation, you found your strength. In heartbreak, you discovered your worth. Everything that once looked like loss is slowly revealing itself as divine redirection. And one day soon, you're going to look back at this painful chapter with tears in your eyes, not because it hurt, but because you'll finally understand why it had to happen exactly the way it did. because if even one piece of your journey had happened differently, you might still be asleep. You might still be begging for love from people who only valued your usefulness. You might still be trapped inside environments that slowly drained your spirit while convincing you that suffering was normal. But pain woke you up. Betrayal opened your eyes. Isolation forced you inward. And now there is no returning to the old version of yourself, because your soul has already seen too much truth. That's why lately you felt disconnected from who you used to be. You're grieving identities that no longer fit you. The people around you may not fully understand this transformation, because from the outside it looks like you changed suddenly. But they didn't see the internal battles. They didn't see the nights you spent rebuilding yourself quietly. They didn't see the moments you had to fight your own mind just to keep going. Healing is invisible before it becomes visible. Spiritual growth happens internally long before reality catches up externally. And this next season of your life, it's going to shock people, not because you suddenly become someone fake or arrogant. No, it's because your energy is finally aligning with your purpose. There's a different kind of glow that appears when someone stops abandoning themselves. A different kind of confidence that emerges when a person no longer seeks permission to exist authentically. That is the version of you that's rising now. You can already feel the separation happening. The old world around you is fading while a new path slowly reveals itself. And yes, that transition feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it even feels lonely. But every chosen one experiences this phase before elevation. There's always a moment where nothing around you makes sense anymore, because your soul is no longer attached to the illusion that once distracted you. You started craving depth instead of noise, peace instead of validation, purpose instead of attention. That shift alone changes your entire reality, because once your spirit stops chasing temporary things, life begins positioning you for permanent blessings. And the people who secretly doubted you can feel that change happening now, even if they never admit it openly. Some of them are confused because they expected your pain to keep you small forever. They expected the betrayal to break your confidence permanently. They thought isolation would make you desperate for acceptance again, but instead you became wiser, more disciplined, more spiritually aware. You stopped reacting emotionally to everything. You learned how to observe before speaking. You learned how to protect your energy without feeling guilty about it. That level of emotional maturity is powerful, because now your peace cannot be manipulated as easily. And let's be honest, some people were only comfortable around the wounded version of you. They liked the version that tolerated disrespect, the version that over-explained itself, the version that kept giving endless chances while ignoring red flags. But the healed version of you, the awakened version, that version intimidates people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. That's why some connections started feeling tense the moment you began evolving. Your spirit outgrew dynamics that were built on imbalance. And instead of celebrating your growth, certain people quietly resisted it because your transformation forced them to confront their own stagnation. But do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable again. You've done that long enough. This is your season to expand fully into who you were always meant to become. And understand something important. Your breakthrough is not only about success in the physical world, it's also about spiritual authority. The ability to walk into chaos without losing your peace. The ability to remain grounded while others project negativity onto you. The ability to trust your intuition, even when nobody else understands your vision. That is true power. And you are developing it right now through everything you've survived. The reason your intuition feels stronger lately is because your soul is no longer drowning in distraction. You're finally hearing yourself clearly. You're noticing signs you once ignored. You're recognizing patterns faster. You're understanding energy on a deeper level now, and that awareness is protecting you from repeating old cycles. No more settling for fake loyalty. No more abandoning yourself just to keep people around. No more dimming your light because insecure people feel threatened by it. Those chapters are ending. The universe has been stripping away everything that distracted you from your real purpose. That's why certain losses happen suddenly. That's why some endings felt brutal. Your path required purification before elevation, because where you're going next demands a stronger mindset, clearer discernment, and deeper self-respect. And despite everything you've endured, look at yourself now, still standing, still believing, still moving forward even after life gave you countless reasons to quit. That resilience was never accidental. It's part of who you are spiritually. Chosen ones carry a different type of endurance because their souls are connected to assignments bigger than temporary pain. You were never meant to break permanently. You were meant to transform through pressure, just like a diamond. Pressure revealed your strength. Silence revealed your wisdom. Isolation revealed your identity. And now abundance is slowly being drawn toward you because your energy is no longer operating from desperation. You're learning the difference between chasing and attracting. The old version of you chased people, opportunities, validation, and love because deep down you feared not being enough. But the version emerging now understands something life-changing. What is truly meant for you will recognize your energy without force. That realization changes everything internally. It changes the way you love, the way you speak, the way you move through the world. You stop trying to convince people to value you because your spirit finally values itself. And ironically, that's the moment everything starts aligning. Not instantly, not magically overnight, but steadily, naturally, authentically. You begin meeting people who understand your heart without requiring endless explanation. You begin attracting opportunities connected to your gifts instead of your survival wounds. You begin feeling guided instead of lost. And most importantly, you begin trusting yourself again. That trust is sacred because once a chosen one reconnects with their intuition fully, manipulation loses its power completely. And that is exactly why they're afraid you figured it out. Because the moment you truly understand your worth, the entire game changes. The fear, the confusion, the constant need to prove yourself begins to disappear. You finally realize that everything you survived was shaping you for this exact moment. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every delay strengthened your patience. Every lonely night deepened your connection with your spirit. Nothing was wasted. And now the same people who overlooked you are being forced to witness your transformation in silence. They can feel that your energy is different, calmer, stronger, untouchable. You no longer react the way you used to because you finally understand that not every battle deserves your energy. Some people were sent as lessons, not lifelong connections. This next chapter of your life will not look anything like your past. The struggle season is ending. The confusion is clearing. The doors that once stayed shut are beginning to open quietly behind the scenes. And when your breakthrough fully arrives, it won't just be success people notice, it will be your peace. The way you carry yourself. The way you no longer seek approval from a world that never understood your assignment in the first place. You were never losing, you were awakening. And that is what terrified them all along. If this message found you at the right time, trust that your breakthrough is closer than you think. Keep protecting your energy, keep walking in your purpose, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more messages meant for chosen souls like you.